Hello and welcome to the Geeks of Mucklebee. My name is Nick.
My name is Rose.
My name is Oliver.
And we're the Geeks of Mucklebee.
Geeks of Mucklebee.
Mucklebee.
And what are we reacting to today?
The Mandalorian!
Yes! So this is episode 1, chapter 1.
And it is called The Mandalorian.
I can't believe it's all been released in the States, all of the episodes, and yet they're drip feeding
Yeah.
bit by bit. Disney, do you not understand the concept of binge watching? We don't want drip fed content, just release the blasted thing.
Yes.
Okay, let's get ready. Get your cans on, kids. Let's make sure that is turned up.
I don't need those because I'm not going
Are
to...
you ready?
I am.
Yes.
Okay, you ready at home? Here we go. Play.
I was... Ooh.
Can you see okay?
Please, please. I have credits. Take them.
Cool.
Gispi, Ubahasa, Miyokola. Here.
Get over here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You have my heartfelt gratitude. Is that a bounty puck? More credits.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Man.
Well, okay then.
Already on that first bit, the alien environment felt more natural
Yeah.
than what we've been getting in the films. It's felt very contrived in the films and puppets and all of that stupid stuff. That felt good.
I need passes.
Ah, yeah, it's like...
No droids.
No droids. So is that like a Clone War thing?
Don't know.
Because if you think back onto Tatooine, we don't serve that kind. That would have been back to the disliking of the droids. Oh my gosh. What on earth? Really? He's freezing his onions off.
You know what he's looking for? You're looking for Ravenax, right? I'd stay off the ice if I were you.
It just feels good, doesn't
Worry
it?
about. Open the hatch! Open the hatch!
Oh no.
Dude. It's like mummy before breakfast in the mornings.
Stay off the ice. That's the understatement of the millennium. Taking us down. What are you doing?
That sound. The ship breaking down, that makes me think of the Falcon. And then Han goes boom.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the music.
Let's go.
Said everybody, yeah, but like in that
Yeah.
situation. It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. Just love it, doesn't say anything.
How much are they paying you? Is it true that you guys never take off your helmets? I have to use the vac tube. I mean, I can do it here, but If you've never seen a fledgling Mythrol evacuate your thorax, you're a lucky guy, trust me.
It's Star Wars without trying to be Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found it!
Found it.
Thanks! It might take a while. I'm molting.
Just found his way into the weapons chest. Look!
Yeah.
What Han was in the carbonite.
For Life Day.
Life Day.
Being,
Oh no. They've brought Life Day into it. One of the worst things ever.
get home to the family.
This is like being inside Boba Fett's ship in a way.
Yeah.
Another bounty. Frozen in carbonite.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
I like how he's just got them all lined up.
Life Day was from I think the awful holiday special. With do you remember with the baby Chewbacca and all of that? Do you remember me showing that to you? See, this just feels more authentic.
He looks so cool.
Oh, Trandoshans.
That's cool.
Oh, that was fast. Did
Fine.
you catch them all?
These are Imperial credits.
They still spend.
I don't know if you heard, but the Empire is gone.
It's all I've got. Fine, now. I can do calamari flan, but I can
Awesome.
only pay half.
Like he's just John Wicks it, you know, just gave him all of the bounties and off he's gone.
Yeah.
Another bail jumper, a wanted smuggler.
I'll take them all.
No, hold on. This is all I have.
Why so slow?
It's not slow at all, actually very busy. They just don't want to pay guild rates. They don't mind if things get sloppy.
What's your highest bounty?
Not much. 5,000?
That won't even cover fuel these days.
It's great, isn't it?
There is one job. No poke. Face to face. Direct commission. Deep pocket.
Underworld?
All I know is no chain code. Do you want the chit or not?
Gonk gonk. Capture it. So cool. What? A bit grubby, aren't they?
Grief Karga said you were coming.
No!
Nice.
No, pardon. Sorry, I didn't mean to alarm.
Have them lower theirs first.
We have you 4-1.
I like those odds.
Ha!
Beskar?
Go ahead. It's real. Although I acknowledge that bounty hunting is a complicated profession. This being the case, proof of termination is also acceptable for a lower fee. Yes, they're 50 years old.
I mean, there's a lot of that Beskar that is waiting for him.
Well, that's all important for
His
the,
armor.
the Mandos. Salacious Crumb! Oh no!
Roasting him in front of the other one. Sid?
I mean, I didn't like him ever since he plucked out 3PO's eyeball, but that's dark.
Yeah.
The shots are just so fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah.
How they're framed and like the movement through. It's got that western feel for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Look at them all.
That is cool.
That gold helmet.
Was gathered in the Great
That looks
Purge.
cool.
Getting out the real tools now. Oh, I love all this.
The excess will sponsor many foundlings.
That's good. I was once a foundling.
I know.
Big hint. Back on Mandalore. Helmet, check.
Yeah.
Pauldron, check.
Also those transitions.
Yeah. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
old Star Wars white transitions. That looks great.
It's got like the torch.
It's flamethrower.
Yeah.
Oh, what took it down? Ah.
Thank you.
You are a bounty hunter.
Yes.
I will help you. I have spoken.
I have spoken. The blurg we know is a gun, don't we?
Without a blurred mount.
I don't know how to ride blurg.
I have spoken.
Do you have a land speeder or speeder bike that I could hire?
You are a Mandalorian. Your ancestors rode the great mythosaur.
So when you put it like that, okay, I'll give it a go. Don't try it.
Yeah.
Steady.
Jar Jar.
In terms of the photography, it's up there with like Rogue One because I thought Rogue One looked spectacular as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have spoken. Wrong end. Why? IG.
Yes.
Bounty droid.
Paragraph 16 of the Bondsman Guild Protocol waiver compels you to immediately produce said asset.
That is one Murderball. Oh, I love the way all of its head moves.
Yeah.
I had IG as a toy when I was little.
IG unit, stand down. I'm in the guild.
You are a guild member? I thought I was the only one on assignment.
That makes two of us. So much for the element of surprise.
Sadly, I must ask for your fob. I've already issued the writ of seizure. The bounty is mine.
Unless I'm mistaken, you are as of yet empty-handed.
This is true.
I have a suggestion.
Proceed.
We split the reward.
This is acceptable.
Great. Now let's regroup, out of harm's way, and form a plan.
I will, of course, receive the reputation merits associated with the mission.
Can we talk about this later?
I require an answer. If I proceed, alert.
Oh, he is so cool.
Let's go!
It has that Tatooine-esque feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just taking down the entire thing.
Wow.
That is just... What? What? Is he even beatable?
Up top!
It appears we are trapped. I will initiate self-destruct.
What?
You're what?
Manufacturer's protocol dictates I cannot be captured. I must self-destruct.
Do not self-destruct.
Man.
Go on, get him, IG.
There's too many of them. Ooh.
Whoa.
I will initiate.
Dude, stop with that.
Okay.
I was going to say, plan B.
Beginning self-destruct countdown.
No, stop! I'll take it out.
Acceptable.
Acceptable.
Wow. Good use of the grapple.
Nice.
Woo!
Oh yeah, come get some.
Yes! Die, Space Dogs! That's awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
Pile of bodies, pile of
I will
heads.
disengage self-destruct initiative.
You know, you're not so bad for a droid.
Agreed.
That blaster hit looks nasty. You okay? Well, now we just need to get the door open.
Right, that's that scene then. Man, that's so
That
good.
is so cool.
Anyone else?
The tracking fob is still active. My sensors indicate that there is a life form present.
Wait. They said 50 years old.
Species age differently. Many centuries.
Oh.
Sadly, we'll never know.
No. We'll bring it in alive.
The commission was quite specific. The asset was to be terminated.
Oh.
Well, it's directed by Dave Filoni. I mean, that's all you need to know.
Was awesome. That was really good. The bit where he jumps on the cannon and just
Opens
takes them all
up.
out.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
That is possibly, not possibly, with all respect to all of the different things I've seen on YouTube, and some of it's great, but that's the best thing I have seen in Star Wars from start to finish and everything in between since I was a kid.
That is just so cool.
Because I mean, I do love the prequels, but if I'm honest, there's little bits in the prequels that I'm kind of like, Loved Rogue One, but the first part of there's bits of Rogue One where I wish I could just give it a little bit of a nudge to get a bit quicker, and I wanted that Vader scene longer. That's it. So loved Rogue One, loved the prequels, but I've just sat. I mean, look at this artwork at the end. This is going to be the first of many viewings on this.
Yes.
That'll be it. This will just be one of those things. In this household, there is no such thing as Star Wars fatigue. Doesn't exist. I can consume good Star Wars on an hourly basis. That's just that. That was absolutely ridiculously good.
Yeah.
The sound effects, top notch. The music, the whole way through, Star Wars meets Western, is just so on point, so good.
About the music, at one point I felt like the one where they were riding on the
Blurgs.
The Blurgs.
Yeah.
I kind of got like Rocky vibes from the music.
Oh, did you?
I did.
That's funny you said that, because when I was watching it, something else went in. I think it was like something America World Police.
I don't know
or
if
something like that.
it's because
and
we
it's
saw
like we need a
Apollo before,
montage, and it was like the montage, it was kind of a training scene, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of that's what we need. I loved it. I loved that.
Yeah.
The Mando is so ridiculously cool.
Yeah, he is.
Looks great. I love the armourer. She is just, and that's what I mean. It's like you can just tell there is a strong, wise female character there.
Yeah.
Doesn't take any explaining. she just is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You can just
She
tell.
just is. We don't need her to be in a way that is kind of, it's just there. It's that, and that's exactly how it should be. I felt all of the alien environments and groups of environment, it didn't feel contrived at all. It felt very, very natural.
Yeah.
Felt like we were looking at something real.
Yeah.
The costume design was brilliant. The filter on the lens, which gave it its kind of visual tone, was absolutely spot on. I loved the camera shots where you had the spiral staircase and the Mando comes out of a camera shot, walks through and out.
Yeah.
And the use of light and dark and all of that sort of stuff, brilliant. The stormtroopers being back, it just felt.
But you can kind of imagine that they've been through rough times because they're not like white and perfect.
And so and that whole bit with when he just pulled out his guns and he has the standoff with the stormtroopers.
Yeah. I like those arms.
To the hut, the doorkeeper that came, and that was just like, to looking through the binoculars, and it's got that feel straight back to that scene with Luke back on Tatooine
when he's looking
for R2 and he's scanning the horizon. It takes you immediately back to that sort of thing. And then when he sees the Sand People later on, when he's on his search for R2, all of these things were just popping out.
Yeah.
The buildings had that sort of Tatooine-esque feel to it.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that nothing was overly explained. It's just like, this is a story. This is just...
Yeah.
I have spoken.
Enjoy it.
He's a great character. There's just so many characters. And it's
IG-11, he is so cool.
Oh, mate, how good was he? Just constantly going into self-destruct. That was hilarious. Just hilarious. And I love the fact that Mando, he's got his grapple, he's got his flamethrower, that gun.
I love the way he interacted with IG-11.
Yeah.
Like, well, you're empty-handed. That is true.
Yeah.
Acceptable.
How IG-11 was just like very
droid-like, and it's kind of like, this is just bare minimal, almost like code,
Yeah.
Very, very, very simplistic. This is just it.
But that's what made it really good.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? And then when they just both look at the gun, and then it's just like round on the door,
and then the door just falls down, and they're both just standing there. And I think that's a cool scene.
I do. I thought the scene in Rogue One where you've got Baze and Chirrut and they go up against the stormtroopers and the Walker comes along and all of that sort of stuff, I thought that was a good scene in Rogue One. And the Walker comes along and the insurgents are kind of taking on the shore troopers and the stormtroopers, and you have that battle and they're caught in the middle of it. That just took that to the power of those Nikto guards, because we've got Nikto characters on species on Star Wars Battlefront. So to have that, I felt that whole shootout scene was like old Western film meets Star Wars.
Yeah.
And let's face it, that was Star Wars, wasn't it? It was a kind of space opera meets space western sort of.
Yeah.
And I've just felt, I'm not surprised. Dave Filoni is the creative heir to George Lucas, and he's behind Clone Wars and Rebels. And you could just feel the heritage and the knowledge and just the way it was all poured out onto screen. I am not disappointed.
I'm not.
Definitely not.
Even with all that hype, even with all of that hype and all of that expectation going into that, I loved every second.
Met expectations and above.
Exceeded for me.
Yeah.
The guns, the sounds, just getting that look. Because as a kid, when we were watching Empire Strikes Back and you see he goes, load Captain Solo in the cargo hold, you'll put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Yeah.
And it goes up. I always wanted to have a look inside and see what was going on there.
Yeah.
In Slave One, I wanted to go into Slave One and have a good look around and all the rest of it. And that gave me that wish in a way, because he's opening up the weapons cabinet, and then you just see all of these people in carbonite
I know, just
stored up there.
up.
He's just lined them all up and he's got them. Fantastic.
And he just appears behind the prisoner.
And I just thought, well, what a great use of like things, something that we know that's familiar. The Beskar, and you know, his Odyssey now with whatever that will be. And seeing the Mandos in the background and around, and love it. What a great way to add another layer to the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started watching Star Wars, one of my favourite characters in looks and everything was like Boba Fett and Jango Fett. I mean, they just look so cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think we've covered it all.
Yeah.
There was one other point.
He was funny.
Even from the beginning, like the flashbacks with the armor being made, and the flashbacks there. So I don't think we've seen everything there. The droid, no droid, and that went off. And then the other one comes in, and it's just there, like frozen.
And it's just falling to pieces.
That thing that came out of the ice was like my worst nightmare.
Oh, don't! And then it was just great. It was like something out of Tremors was going across the and breaking up all the ice. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But then they even gave a nod to possibly the worst thing that's ever been created in Star Wars, which was the holiday specials, where they're singing weird songs and doing all sorts of weirdness. And they actually mention Life Day, and it's just like, wow, they've just thrown it all.
Yeah.
The amount of fan service and references, it's going to take me 2 or 3 views to get it all. But that is a 10 out of 10 for me. I could not have asked for anything more.
I couldn't have, no.
This is one happy Star Wars fan. Right here.
10 out of 10.
I feel like a kid again. That was awesome. And I got to see it with you guys for the first time. I love it. Okay, well, guys, that was our reaction. Hopefully you enjoyed that along with us. I'm going to edit these all up like I did the Stranger Things episodes. So we'll put it all together and there'll be just excerpts through. And that's how we'll do it. So we're about to watch the second one because that's the only other one available for us Disney. You need to sort that out.
Yeah.
And guys, tell us what you thought. What did you think of our reaction? What did you like about the video? Let us know. Put it in the comment section down below. Oh my gosh, I still feel like I'm geeking. I really do. It's brilliant. So guys, sorry, right, okay. If you enjoyed our reaction, please hit the like and share buttons. It helps our channel grow. And if you'd like to see more from us and stick around with the channel, then please hit the subscribe button. We thank you for watching. We thank you for spending your time with us. We thank you for your passion and we thank you for your commitment. And that is it. That is it. It's awesome. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care for now. Bye.
Bye.